Color Studio 10.0 is a painting and animation workspace that runs directly inside the Unity editor. That means you can draw, edit, and animate textures without leaving your project. You get full control over layers, color, and timing, all from within Unity. In this video, we'll walk through how you get textures in and out of Color Studio. Then we'll look at layers and animation, the drawing tools, selections, transforms, layer effects, the palette system, export options, and runtime features. Let's start with how Color Studio connects to your Unity project. The first thing you need to know is how to bring your assets into Color Studio. There are two main ways: in-scene and browse. Both sit in the project area at the top of the Pixel Painter window. Click in-scene and the panel opens. Here, you pick a game object from your scene. You can drag it into the Scene Object field, or click the button to use whatever you have selected in the hierarchy. Your edits stay linked to that asset. You're editing the actual texture or sprite your scene is using. If you turn on Live Preview, you'll see your changes on the scene object in real time as you paint, so you can tweak characters, props, or UI in context. In-scene is really the way to work on what's already in your scene. The other way in is Browse. Click it and the texture browser window opens. Here, you see textures from your project. You can sort by recently opened, by name, or by folder, and use the search box to find something quickly. Select a texture and open it, and it loads into Color Studio so you can edit and save. You don't have to hunt through the project window. Everything stays inside the editor. So between in-scene and browse, you've got two clear paths to get any Unity texture into Color Studio and keep it in sync. Once you're in the canvas, everything is organized around the layer stack. In the right panel, you'll see the Layers tab. You can add new layers, reorder them by dragging, hide or show them, and use masks to control exactly where a layer is visible. Blend modes and opacity let you control how layers combine, so you can work non-destructively and always go back and tweak. For animation, switch to the Animation tab. You work with frames in a timeline. Each frame has its own layer setup. You can add frames, duplicate them, and scrub through the timeline. Play back and loop to preview, and adjust frame duration so the timing feels right. Onion skinning is available so you can see the previous and next frames while you draw, which makes it much easier to keep motion smooth. So layers give you structure, and the animation timeline gives you control over timing and motion. The main work happens with the drawing tools. Core tools include Paint, Eraser, Fill, and Replace, so you can draw, clean up, and change colors quickly. Beyond that, you get a range of brushes and shape tools, lines, rectangles, ellipses, polygons, curves, and so on, so you can do detailed strokes or clean geometry without hand-drawing everything. Gradients give you smooth color transitions, and mirror or symmetry options let you paint on one side and see it reflected. Great for characters and symmetric objects. The tool options appear when you select a tool, so you can adjust brush size, hardness, or shape parameters as you go. Spend a moment trying Paint, Fill, and one of the shape tools so you can see how the canvas responds. When you want to limit your edits to a specific area, use the selection tools. You have Rectangle, Ellipse, Lasso, Polygon, and Magic Wand, so you can isolate regions by shape or by color. Draw a selection, and from then on your painting and other operations affect only that area. With a selection active, you can copy, cut, paste, crop, or expand it, so you can duplicate parts of the texture, isolate them onto a new layer, or refine edges. The selection controls are in the Tools panel. Once you've made a selection, the options for copy, cut, paste, and crop are available so you can work precisely on just the part you care about.
If you need to adjust the artwork itself, rotation, scale, or position, Color Studio has transform tools built in. You can rotate, flip, resize, displace, or drag layers or selections directly in the canvas, so you can fix proportions, straighten something up, or nudge elements into place without leaving the editor. Layer effects let you add polish without repainting. You can apply shadows, outlines, inner shadows, glows. All of this is non-destructive. The effects sit on top of your layers, and you can adjust or turn them off at any time. To keep colors consistent across your assets, use the palette system. You have a color wheel and schemes to define and reuse color sets for characters, environments, or UI. There's LUT support, and you can extract colors from reference images, plus matching tools to align new art with existing visuals. So whether you're building a limited palette for pixel art or keeping a whole project on brand, the palette tools are there. The palette manager is available from the Color Studio menu if you want to set up palettes separately. Inside Pixel Painter, you can switch between them and use the current palette as you paint. When you're done, you can export directly for use in Unity. Export textures and sprites as you need them for your project. You can also export sprite sheets, GIFs for preview or social, and 3D voxel outputs, plus full Color Studio or ASE project files, so you keep both your in-game assets and your editable source in sync. Day to day, Color Studio is built for fast, comfortable editing inside Unity. You get full undo and redo, keyboard shortcuts for common actions, zoom and pan so you can work at a comfortable scale, and options to focus on the active layer or frame and hide the rest to reduce clutter. So once you're used to the layout, you can move quickly and keep your focus on the art. At runtime, the recolor component lets you adjust colors on sprites and textures in-game. You add it to your game object, and through the scripting API, you can drive palettes and recoloring from gameplay, themes, or user settings.
Another extra artistic touch can be achieved through filters and the airbrush tools. A perfect combination for more contrast, blur, sharpen, saturation, and much more. Plus, beautiful painting patterns that can complete any 2D pixel art and make it even more great looking.
Color Studio 10.0 brings a full 2D painting and animation environment into Unity. From authoring with InScene and Browse to runtime control with Recolor. It's designed to be the go-to solution for creating, managing, and tweaking your textures and sprites without leaving the editor. For deeper dives into specific tools and workflows, check the guide section on our website. Thanks for watching.